Good morning, SSR Group. Hey, this is Rich. It's been a while since I've put a video together, and I know originally I was going to do this in picture form, but I'm going to do this in video form regarding the building of a water filter that you can do basically on the cheap. None of us are made of money. What I've found is that the big Berkey water filter can cost you $200 to $500 depending on what you want in it or how much you want it to work as far as water filtered per gallon. So I'm going to show you today how I built my version of the big Berkey water filter, and I'm going to do this. I'm not actually going to assemble a new one. I'm going to show you the parts. I'm going to tell you where I got the parts, and then I'm also going to show you the finished product in pieces and images. So just kind of bear with me as we do this. Welcome again. Thanks. Hold on. Okay, as we talk about the water filter piece, these are the items you're going to need, and I'll go through them easily one piece at a time. First, you're going to need two lids. Now, we use this gamma lid on the top of ours so that we can close it up, and it's pretty much an airtight seal, so it will run slower. You usually have to leave it cracked, but it's a screw-on lid versus this green one, which is a snap-on lid, which you will need for this, and I'll show you why in a moment. Second thing you're going to need are buckets. Now, I've seen buckets like this priced on Facebook Marketplace. People are selling them $2, $5 a bucket. These are food grade plastic buckets. They're 5 gallons each. I do not pay for my buckets. I never have. I never will. Call your local restaurants, places like pizza places that are going to get olives, pickles, those kinds of things. They're going to come in 5-gallon buckets, and for the most part they throw them away. Now, I've gotten mine from my cousin who works for a restaurant. I've also gotten them from a local restaurateur out the road from me, and I'll get them 6, 8, 10 at a time, and I've used them for just about everything. For those of you who remember the Dump the Bob series, I used buckets there. Those were some of the buckets that I've gotten in the past that I've used for things. So you'll need two 5-gallon buckets. You'll need a lid that comes with them plus a gamma lid. This is a ceramic candle. This is what the filter looks like when you look at it from packaging. It comes in a package similar to this, and I'll put links to all these in the description or at the end of this video. The water filter itself requires these types of filters to work, and there's different kinds of filters to filter out different kinds of things. I use my water filter up at camp. I chlorinate my water when it comes out of my well because my well has sulfur in it, and the chlorine actually crystallizes the sulfur, pulls it out of the water. I filter it, and it's perfect to drink. The bottom of the candle, it comes with these two. One is a wing nut, as you can see here, okay, and a rubber grommet. Those come in with each of the candles. You're also going to need a pour spout, which I'll actually show you a picture of. Now, to put a hole through the buckets and through the lids, you're going to need a spade bit. And this is the spade bit that I use. It is a 5/8 spade bit. That is what's going to drill the hole and for the number of candles you want to use. So now I'll show you how these things go together. Now I'm going to apologize now if it gets to be a bit too shaky, but I have to do this literally being handheld. What you see here is my original completed water filter. I talked to you about a spigot. This is the spigot that I use. It is stainless steel. Don't go for plastic. Stainless steel is going to hold up a whole lot better. And as you can see, as you go up, I talked about the green lid. Here it is here. And as you work your way up, here is that gamma lid we were talking about. You can see two candles. Yeah, these are a little cruddy because they've actually been used. And I tried to equal space them in the bottom of the bucket so that if I needed to put two more in, which I'm thinking about, I have the space to do one on each side, so I have 4. What you do is you place the one bucket on top of the green lid, centered on top of the second bucket, and you use that spade bit to drill straight through the bucket and straight through the lid. You slip the candles through the lid with the grommet on top and the wing nut on the bottom so that it looks like this. And you crank them tight. This is what keeps the waterproof seal so that the top bucket doesn't leak all over the place. So now we've taken the top bucket off, which has the lid and the green lid on the bottom, which is the base for it. And you look down inside and you can see that that is a threaded stainless steel washer on the back of the spigot spout. And what that does is it has a gasket on it so that the spout doesn't leak. Like I say, there's the spout. So when you're done, you have the lower bucket, the upper bucket with this green lid, like I was saying, you need to have so that you can rest it on top, and you don't snap it down on top because you'll never get it off. And then the last thing you have is the gamma lid like this, which fits on top. Like I say, it screws on, so it screws into place like so. Really doesn't take much to build a filter like this. The most expensive pieces you're going to find are going to be your candles, because the 4-packs were roughly, I think, $120 when I bought them back in the day, and being you use them. Now each candle is different. I'll give you references to different candles and what they do and where I got them from. My spigot and my candles I bought online via Amazon. May not necessarily be the cheapest way, but it is the most convenient way. And so that is how you build a water filter out of 5-gallon buckets. This will compete with the Berkey, especially if you use Berkey filters. It does the exact same thing. The difference between this and that, the Berkey is made out of stainless steel and this is plastic. The British have trusted the British Berkefeld for years, and my version of the British Berkefeld will suffice for what we need. Now this, like I say, will filter my home water here. We'll also filter the water that I have at camp. The biggest key to the whole thing is, depending on what your water source is the type of filter that you need. I want to thank you all for watching, and tell me if this helps you at all. Have a great day. Hey, this is Rich from SSR and Single Hander Productions. You have a great day.